Okay. Now going to the next one. So complement pathways made easy. So a lot of students struggle with complement pathway. So this you need to know what is complement pathway. They are circulating proteins. So what do? Instead of, see, there is phagocytosis that is happening by our WBC. So alongside there is complement pathway can also happen. So they complement the action of phagocytes and the antibodies during the immune response. So that is what they do. So it starts with the activation of C1 and ends with C9. So C1 all the way to the C9. So in between there is something called C5 to C9, which is a complex. So this complex is called as membrane attack complex. So it will start from C1, slowly it will come to C9, C1, C2, C3, C5, C9. So once it forms the C5 to C9, they will dig a hole inside that organism. So this C5 to C9 is a membrane attack complex. If you see this, the C5 to C9 will attack the cell like a drilling machine. It will go inside the cell will swell and burst. So these are all the points that you need to know. I won't go much detail into these things. So these are just basic understanding I'm trying to give you here. So we saw something called opsonization yesterday. I explained yesterday itself. We saw something called opsonization yesterday. The C3b is called the opsonization molecule. So opsonization is nothing but tagging a pathogen. It's like you are posting a sticker over the pathogen, tagging a pathogen, and helps the phagocytes to find them. So opsonization is nothing but a sticker over a pathogen, so your immune system can easily find it. So for example, COVID-19, there is opsonization happening from C3, so it puts a sticker over that. This is COVID-19. All the immune systems, please look at here and start attacking here. So everywhere they find that sticker, they'll go and attack easily. So that is opsonization. This is just for simplification I'm saying. That's not actually how it works. Okay. Okay. So if you see, the central role is going to be C3, because most important in attacking is tagging. So if you don't tag something, you cannot attack it. So C3 plays a major role here. So this C3 can further go form a MAC, membrane attacking complex, and it can destroy the cell, that is lysis. Or this C3 can directly be involved in inflammation. This C3 is tagging, so opsonization, so that other cells can go and attack them. Okay, so this C3 is a central player, key player of this pathway, complement system. So that MCQ you must remember very well. So where does this C3 comes from? One is directly from C1, that is the classical pathway, or there is something called the alternate pathway. That is C3b, directly the C3 is coming, that is alternate pathway, or there's something called lecithin pathway. Lectin pathway. So it's from the lectin C4 to C2. So from C4 and C2 it comes. Okay, as C3. Someone's video is on, please turn it off. Okay, so you don't have to remember these points, you have to remember C3 is the key feature here. Okay, so in these 3 points, what you need to remember is classical pathway means C4 and C2. Lectin pathway is again C4 and C2. So classical lectin, no matter what, it is going to be C4 and C2. These are going to be the intermediate steps, C4 and C2. These are the intermediary complements that is happening here. Whereas in alternate pathway, directly C3. So alternate means C3. So alternate pathway directly is C3. Alternate C3. So this picture is something you must remember. This has a lot of MCQs to cover. So this single picture will help you. If I'm stressing more on these, a lot of questions have come from this topic. That's why. Okay, then comes different complements and their activity. Only 3 points I like to say from this. One is anaphylatoxin, that is C3A. C3A, C5A, right? This is anaphylatoxin, C4A. So when you find A in any complement, you need to remember it is anaphylatoxin. So C4, C5, C3A, these are anaphylatoxin. Number 2 is C3B, C4B is going to be for opsonization. So when you find C3B, C4B, you need to remember opsonization. So for your exam purpose, just remember C3B for opsonization. The third point is C5 to C9 membrane attack complex, so membrane disruption. So these are the only points, 3 points I want you to remember.